The shockwaves from the recent military actions in northern Nigeria have just traveled over 800 kilometers down to the southwest, and the news coming out of Akure has left the Sultan of Sokoto and the entire traditional caliphate in a state of absolute disbelief. We are tracking a developing story where the Ondo State security network, popularly known as Amotekun, has successfully intercepted and arrested 39 suspected terrorists who reportedly fled the intense heat of Sokoto State to find refuge in the dense forests of Ondo. This is not just a routine border patrol arrest, it is a major security breakthrough that reveals a desperate migration of insurgent elements who are running away from the fire from the sky that we discussed just a few days ago. The commander of Amotekun in Ondo, Akogun Adetunji Adeleye, paraded these suspects just yesterday, and the details of how they were captured are nothing short of a movie scene. According to official reports, these 39 individuals were not just passing through the state, they were found hibernating deep inside the forest reserves of the Elegbeka axis in the Ose local government area. For those who know the geography of Ondo, Elegbeka has long been a notorious black spot for criminal activities, and it is the same area where the late Olufon of Ifon was tragically murdered a few years ago. The suspects were captured in a coordinated trap set by Amotekun operatives who noticed unusual movements in the forest. Interestingly, these men were not trekking or wandering aimlessly. They had vehicles parked at a significant distance from their hideouts to avoid detection while they settled into the forest. When they were interrogated, their confession was startling. They claimed they were fleeing the increased military pressure in the northwest, specifically referring to the Christmas Day airstrikes launched by the United States military in Sokoto. The gist behind the Sultan's reported shock is the realization that the war in the north is now pushing these elements into the backyards of the south. As the traditional and spiritual leader of Sokoto, the Sultan has always advocated for peace, but to have 39 individuals linked to terror activities fleeing his domain and being caught in an Ondo forest is a massive blow to the narrative of regional stability. It raises a very serious question. How many more of these fleeing elements are currently moving across our highways, blending in as travelers and looking for new forests to call home? The Amotekun commander has made it clear that the state government will not tolerate any unchecked settlement in its forest reserves, stating firmly that anyone living in the forest without a permit is considered a security threat. If you are following this update and you feel a sense of pride in the vigilance of our local security outfits like Amotekun, please do me a quick favor and hit the like button right now. It helps this news reach more people who need to stay alert about the security of our borders. Also, if you want to stay updated on the profiling of these 39 suspects and hear the final verdict on whether they will be prosecuted or sent back to Sokoto, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are your #1 source for the real gist on how the US-led strikes in the north are affecting the rest of the country. Your support is what allows us to keep digging for these exclusive details that keep our communities safe. The technical brilliance of this arrest lies in the Ember Month security strategy. While most people were celebrating the new year, Amotekun officers were deployed on 4 major operations across the 18 local government areas of Ondo State. This particular haul of 39 suspects was part of a larger group of over 100 criminals arrested in just the last few weeks. Akogun Adeleye explained that the suspects are currently undergoing heavy profiling to determine their exact roles in the north. While some might claim to be simple laborers or travelers escaping the war, the fact that they were found hiding in a forest known for kidnapping and armed robbery has put the security agencies on high alert. The commander noted that those found with incriminating equipment or materials will face the full weight of the law, while others might be deported back to their states of origin after a thorough investigation. This situation also highlights a growing synergy between the southwest states. We are hearing that the border patrol teams from Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, and Ogun have intensified their collaboration to ensure that there is no safe haven for fleeing insurgents. Some of the suspects paraded in Akure were actually tracked and arrested in neighboring Ogun State before being brought back for investigation. This no-escape policy is exactly what is needed at a time when the heat in the northwest is at an all-time high. The Sultan's Palace is reportedly monitoring these events closely, as the identity and origin of these men are vital to understanding which terror cells are being dismantled in the north. If these men are indeed remnants of the groups hit by the US Tomahawk missiles, their capture in Ondo proves that there is truly nowhere to hide in Nigeria anymore. The related talk among security analysts today is the Operation Won Jade Phase 2, which is set to commence on January 1st, 2026. The Ondo State government has indicated that they are not slowing down. Instead, they are launching a new offensive to drive them out of every hidden corner of the state. With Amotekun Rangers now permanently domiciled in the forest, the era of using the bushes as a base for kidnapping is being forcibly brought to an end. The story of these 39 suspects from Sokoto serves as a stark warning to any other groups thinking of migrating southwards. The forests are no longer your friend. As we look towards the first few weeks of 2026, the focus will remain on the profiling results. What kind of weapons were recovered? Did these men have connections to the local kidnapping syndicates already operating in the southwest? The gist is that we are seeing a massive realignment of criminal elements, and it will take this kind of proactive intelligence to keep our states from being overwhelmed. The Sultan shock is shared by many who didn't realize how fast these groups could move across the country when they are under pressure. It is a reminder that we must all be vigilant. If you see strange faces or unusual camps being set up in your local forest or outskirts, do not hesitate to report to the authorities. What is your take on Amotekun's performance in this arrest? Do you think these suspects should be sent back to Sokoto immediately, or should they be kept in the south to face trial and reveal more about their hideouts? There is a lot of debate about whether our highway security is strong enough to stop more of these fleeing groups before they settle into our communities. Drop your comments below and let's discuss the future of our interstate security. Please remember to share this video to warn others to stay alert, especially those living in the border towns between Ondo, Edo, and Kogi states. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is the perfect time to join us for more frontline reporting. We will continue to bring you the names and faces of those being prosecuted as soon as the Amotekun profiling is complete. Keep your eyes open, stay safe, and I will see you in the very next update.